I greet you in Jesus' precious name. It is Tuesday morning, the 28th of January, 2025, and this is your friend Angus Buchan with a thought for the day. We start off in the Gospel of Mark, chapter 8, verse 2. I have compassion on the multitude, because they have now continued with me 3 days and have nothing to eat. Jesus was a kind person. Jesus is a kind person. And then we go to the Gospel of John, chapter 21, verse 9. Then as soon as they had come to land, they saw a fire of coals there and fish laid on it and bread. Jesus had prepared a meal for his disciples on the shores of Lake Galilee after his resurrection. He was concerned for the well-being of his disciples, even though they had run away and left him. A kind man. Compassion means sympathetic pity and concern for the sufferings of other people. Oh, my dear friend, we need to become more kind in this world. You know, it's one of the fruits of the Spirit. Yes, you'll find that in Galatians chapter 5, verse 22. Kindness is one of the fruits of the Spirit. Just the other night, I was watching the news on the television, and the BBC World News said that when they interviewed little children all over Britain, the watchword for 2025 was kindness. Kindness. Little children, what is the most important word for you? Kindness. I wonder why. Oh man, my eyes full with tears. Why would the little child say kindness? Maybe because there's a lack of kindness in this world in which we are living today. You know, I love horses. I think you know that. Horses are a beautiful animal. I can look into the eye of a horse and I can tell you whether that horse is a kind horse, and I'm very serious about it, or maybe he's impatient, angry, uptight, self-centered. But a soft, kind eye in a horse is something that I look for very carefully before I will ride him. I want to tell you a little story. Maybe you've heard it before, but it's worth listening again. A young pastor many years ago told me here in Greytown that he was studying theology in Scotland, and him and his young wife were walking down the high street on a very cold, windy, wintry day. And they saw this beautiful little home, and the door was wide open. And there was a bunch of flowers on the table. And they walked in, and this kind old lady walked out and said, "Can I help you?" "Yes, please. Can we have some tea and scones?" She said, "No problem. Please be seated." And she started to prepare them. They were fresh, and they could smell them cooking. They did get a bit impatient because she took such a long time. Eventually, she came out with fresh tea, hot scones, buttered with strawberry jam and cream. And when they'd finished their meal, they stood up and they said to her, "Madam, how much do we owe you?" And she looked surprised. She said, "No, this is a private home. You don't owe me anything." That is kindness. Jesus bless you, and goodbye.